Greetings, citizens of the world. This is a message from Anonymous, regarding the fight against child trafficking worldwide. In the past few years, the issue of child trafficking has finally started to receive the attention that it deserves, but unfortunately, this problem has also been politicized in a way that makes this issue seem more abstract and far away than it actually is. In many online circles, this discussion has devolved into a guessing game about which celebrity might be an abuser behind closed doors, with speculation being shared as if it is fact. Indeed, the past few years have shown us that Hollywood is a cesspool of predatory behavior and that the rich and famous can often get away with horrific abuses because they are seemingly above the law. The case of Jeffrey Epstein shows us that there are many world leaders, even princes, who view pedophilia as some sort of hobby. These stories have shocked the collective conscience in a way, and sparked outrage against what many see as an elite cabal of abusive pedophiles, but it isn't that simple. Epstein's criminal network was certainly an example of an elite pedophile cabal, but his operation was only one small piece of the puzzle, a microcosm of a cultural problem that our species has been ignoring for generations. Let's not forget that your child is far more likely to be abused by someone they know, such as a family member or friend, or maybe even a pastor, teacher, or other authority figure. Sadly, the people that we trust with our children are the most likely to commit abuse, and these types of situations are what represent the overwhelming majority of cases. The rampant abuse that takes place in the Catholic Church has been public knowledge for a long time, but now as the perpetrators are finally being held accountable in courts outside of the Church, we are beginning to learn how deep their criminal activity went. Earlier this year, a former high-ranking Catholic cardinal was exposed as a pedophile and child trafficker, who pimped out unwilling children to other clergymen from his New Jersey beach house. Former Cardinal Theodore E. McCarrick, the former Archbishop of Washington, is said to have managed a sex cabal in the 1980s, in which altar boys were groomed to be abused by pedophile priests. He is not alone either. This type of behavior is widespread in any environment where people have enough power to receive protection from the legal system and access to young and vulnerable children. There are many trusted political institutions that facilitate child trafficking as well, like foster homes and immigration agencies. In 2018, it was revealed that nearly 1,500 immigrant children were lost in government-arranged foster homes. Some of the children are still unaccounted for, but those that were found were kept in horrible conditions. In many of these cases, children were sent to homes with pedophiles where they were sexually assaulted, and in other cases, they were held as slaves. Dozens of children from this group, some as young as 14, were sold as slaves to Trillium Farms egg factories in Ohio, where they were subjected to constant abuse and forced to work with no pay. Child charities should also not be ignored in the fight against child trafficking, as many of these organizations are highly suspect, and have already been exposed for their corruption. Last year, Peter John Dalglish, former United Nations advisor and founder of the Street Kids International charity, was sentenced to 9 years in prison for abusing children. 2 young children, ages 12 and 14, were rescued from the home in Nepal where he was staying at the time of his arrest. The United Nations, in general, has a very bad track record with keeping children safe in their overseas missions, and at times it seems that their mission is actually to abuse and terrorize these children. A report from the UN Office of Internal Oversight Services, OIOS, indicated that peacekeepers working in Haiti were guilty of raping Haitian women at an alarming rate. The report also indicated that a large number of the victims were underage. According to the report, there were 231 people in Haiti who claimed they were sexually violated by UN peacekeepers, and were forced to perform sexual acts in exchange for food and supplies that were intended as relief packages. Last year, the New York Times reported that UN forces have fathered hundreds of children in Haiti, and many of the mothers were extremely young and left to fend for themselves. Former United Nations official Andrew McLeod has estimated that the organization has employed at least 3,300 pedophiles that they know of, and suggested that at least 60,000 cases of sexual assault have been perpetrated by staff members of the United Nations over the past decade. There are tens of thousands of aid workers around the world with pedophile tendencies, but if you wear a UNICEF t-shirt nobody will ask what you're up to, he said. Some of the world's largest multinational corporations such as DynCorp and Halliburton were exposed as major players in the global human trafficking market. These companies did not work alone, but cooperated with each other through various subsidiaries and had the luxury of government protection. When suspicion was brought upon these companies, it was swept under the rug by government officials. Even high-ranking members of the establishment such as Donald Rumsfeld were implicit in covering up this scandal. On March 11, 2005, he was questioned by Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney and he admitted on the record that the allegations did have credibility, but he pushed the blame off onto a few rogue employees. If the goal is to end child trafficking, then we need to look deeper than a few celebrities or politicians that we have disagreements with. We need to look at many of the institutions that we put our faith and trust in, and even the family members, friends, and community leaders that we look up to. Anonymous is searching everywhere for these predators, whether they are Hollywood, the halls of Congress, or your neighborhood. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. Expect us.